Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello. It is Tuesday, August 22nd, 2023, and my name is Jennifer Cotton. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Midlothian, Texas. I'm waiting to see if you can hear me. And that means I make greeting card. I teach people how to make greeting cards, scrapbook pages, gift packaging, and more with stamps, ink, paper, and lots of cool tools. So good morning and welcome. Let me know if y'all can hear me because I don't see any, she just hissed at me. I don't see any captions on my iPad. Okay, so thank you guys for being here and welcome. Oh, there they are. Okay, so thank you, Susan. Again, Jennifer Cotton, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I've been a demonstrator for 21 years now, almost 22 in November 2023. And yeah, it's awesome. I do this as a full-time job. So I offer lots of stuff and I'll tell you all about it today. So thank you for watching, whether you are here for the first time ever or you're coming back. Thank you very much. I'm like looking at my bleeding hand from the cat. It is very helpful to me when you watch these videos and give it a like, a thumbs up, a follow, a share, etc. So thank you guys so much. The first one here this morning was Susan. Good morning, Sue, in cloudy Green Bay, Wisconsin. But good morning and welcome. And then Marsha was next. I put up some of their comments before I went live. Marsha says, good morning to all the happy stampers. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up next to live chat. That's over in YouTube. Again, that just helps me out. So thank you very much for doing that. Of course, if you like something, you can always give a thumbs up, a heart, whatever. However, you can also do it just to be nice and help. Hey, Kelly and Zana, good morning. Pat, good morning. Thank you for sharing, Pat. Let's see. Julie, good morning. France, good morning. Pat in Chi-Town. Woohoo, yay, Pat. Janet in North Carolina, steamy North Carolina. Yay, you can hear me. So sorry, I was worried about that. Let's see. Ramona, good morning. Julie, yes, we can hear you. Cindy, good morning. Thanks for sharing, Cindy. Terry, good morning. Crazy hot in Texas, but we are surviving. Happy crafting to all. Yes, most definitely. Just stay inside and craft. Okay, so normally I go live on Thursday mornings, but tomorrow I'm going to Vegas. Yay, with a Stampin' Up! Or to a Stampin' Up! Training, basically. It's for leaders of certain titles and above. They call it backstage, but it's our leadership training and it's happening in Vegas. So that's why my live is today. And I'm very excited to be going to Vegas with, I think 7, I keep getting the count wrong in my head, but I think it's 7 of my team members plus me are going. One's bringing a spouse. Like, we're just going to have a lot of fun. And like I said, I'm leaving tomorrow morning. It's actually going to be cooler in Vegas while I'm there than it is in Texas while I'm gone. So I'm very excited about that as well. Thank the good Lord for AC, Janet. That is correct. I even turned my fan on out here this morning already. Hey, Holly in hot Greenville, South Carolina. Yes, I'm so excited. Let me see. Oops, who said that? How excited are you for Thursday? Xana, I'm very excited. And I'm excited for tomorrow because we, 3 of us anyway, are kicking it off tomorrow. 3 of us from my team. We've been making our plans. What restaurants are we going to? Like, oh my gosh, y'all, we're crazy. Anyway, you definitely should join my team so you can go to these kind of events. We have an in-person one in March 2024 that anyone can go to in Houston, Texas. So join my team and you'll be able to go to it. Anyone can attend. This one is for certain titles and above that I'm going to tomorrow. But in March, it's a 3-day convention. Anyone can attend. So join my team. You can go. Yes, we're going to have so much fun. Brenda says, have a fun time in Vegas. Hope the weather is good. Yes. Yeah, we've been hearing good things about the weather. Hey, Margot in Manteca, sorry, California. Okay, let me jump in and get started. I'm just excited about tomorrow. Okay, so don't forget on YouTube, I'll add the timestamps later today. That way you will be able to skip around to the stamping, the specials, the whatever it says. You just click more or show more on the video description in YouTube, and then you'll see the full description, which has lots of helpful links for you. Join my email list, join my club, go to my blog, whatever. And that will include, after I add them, the timestamps. That's only on YouTube. That's a feature there. And then I'll add a link over here, hopefully tomorrow. I got to set my alarm early for that, but before I leave out of town. But I'll add a link to my blog so you can go check that out, which is stamptherapist.com. That's my blog. Okay, so back to comments. Just got a reminder to start my live at 9 o'clock from Facebook. What was I going to do? Not timestamps. What did I just tell y'all? Okay, I'm writing it down so I maybe will remember to do it before I leave. Okay, so events. I do this as a full-time job. Hey, Lori, watching on YouTube. So I offer tons of events that you guys can take. All of them are offered to go. Some of them are also offered in person. And some of them even you can check out the supplies for me and stamp at your house. All of this is for what each class, what I'm offering is in the description, of course, in the emails and in the link when you register. I think I have a cat here in my mouth. I'm not looking for these graphics. Okay, so all of my events are going to include a PDF tutorial so that you will be able to complete your projects at home, step-by-step instructions with your measurements. We cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything possible unless otherwise stated in the description. And for example, in the, the share, the party, you will need the dies that we're using, the main dies, but I'll talk about that more later. You'll cut your own designer paper or kit components if they are included with the fee. And of course, you can get tutorials only anywhere in the world. Just do that when you register, when my class registrations are open. So any class I talk about today that still has registration open, if you want the tutorials only, click that registration link and you will find an option for tutorials only. If you don't, message me because I forgot to put it there. Hey, Marianne Kelly, good morning. I said hi to Lori, Jackie, good morning, Diana, thanks for sharing. By the way, if y'all share this video, comment that you shared like Diana and several other people just did. And then just also by commenting on the video, saying hi, saying, Xana, I wish I was going, whatever you say is going to get you entered to win the samples that I'm making today, 3 cards with the gorgeously made bundle. I always get my angles wrong. Okay, now I had this sticky note on here because these dies went not orderable, I think, last night. And they're coming back September 18th. But my samples will be made today. So, so make sure if you share the video, that helps me. You click the buttons on Facebook or YouTube and do what it says, and then comment that you shared, like I said, like Diana just did. And then that will get you entered a second time. So basically, you can have 2 chances to win my cards. Okay, back to events. So the 4 monthly classes just passed: card class, Stamp-A-Stack, card class, and scrapbook class, and then my sampler and Stamp-A-Stack clubs that can also be taken as a class. We just had those this past weekend. I do have a couple of class packets left, though. I have the 4 cards, 4 for $15, free with a $20 order. I have the gorgeous sampler. I mean, in my opinion, it was super gorgeous. I don't know where my sample is. I could have brought it over here, but I forgot. And then I ended up with 1 Stamp-A-Stack left for 12 cards. These 2 are $37 each. They include over $20 in merchandise, PDF tutorial, step-by-step instructions. We cut, die cut, punch, emboss, everything we can on these. Same for card class. It's just different. So if you need those or want more information, let me know. They are while supplies last, obviously. And then the October, man, I'm jumping ahead. The September classes, I have not picked my products yet, but they will be coming. So just know in September, I will be having card class. 4 cards for $15, free with a $20 order. Scrapbook class, 3 12 by 12 pages. Sorry, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm thinking I should have brought those scrapbook pages over here to show y'all because they match the cards I did last week, but they're so far away. I can see them from here, but there's tables blocking my way. And then Stamp-A-Stack and Sampler are my clubs, my subscription clubs you can join. Now, yes, you can take them individually. It costs you a couple of dollars more. So like if you only want it for next month because you like whatever stamps I choose, fine, you can do that. But your value is when you join the club on these two. The clubs are $35 a month. You can add shipping if needed. They include over $20 of merchandise every month, and we cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything possible. You get your step-by-step instructions. The sampler is a 12 by 12 piece of art that you can frame, give as a gift, decorate your home, decorate your craft room, etc. And the Stamp-A-Stack is 12 cards, 4 designs. Okay, so any questions on that, let me know. We will be doing Christmas cards for Stamp-A-Stack for the next September, October, and November, 3 months in a row of Christmas cards. I just don't know which ones we're using yet because I haven't had time. I'm hoping to do that while I'm on the trip. When I have any downtime, just get out my catalog and figure it out. You know, this catalog, this starts next month. But if you're a demonstrator, you can get the stuff now. Or if you're not a demonstrator, you can get the starter kit and get the stuff now. $125 for $99 plus tax, free shipping, no obligation. It's the best deal. Any questions, let me know. Anyway, that's where I will be doing my projects from for most of those classes. Sherry in hot Indiana and shared. Thank you so much. Hey, Marilyn in Georgia. Hey, Carmen. Good morning. Facebook user. Hey, Lori in Minnesota. I'm looking the ones I can't see your names. Linda in Mansfield. Good morning to you. Okay, so any questions on those clubs, let me know. Or classes. By the way, join the clubs by September 10th. Links in, make sure you're just on my email list, but also the link to join club is in the video description right now. Up here on Facebook, down here on YouTube, and then I'll email it out at 1 p.m. Central today. Okay, holiday extravaganza. I've got this graphic here to show you all about that. This is in person or to go. It's happening on September 9th. Register by September 3rd. It's in DeSoto, Texas, in person, or to go is mailed September 11th. This is definitely the best holiday catalog, for my opinion, we've had in a long time. You will get to use 4 different stamp sets or bundled. They're listed right there at the bottom where it says we'll be using. But you're going to get for your fee, like, I think it's an incredible value, an assortment of new accessories and ribbons and DSPs that you get to keep and use the leftovers. You'll use some on your projects and you keep the leftovers. If you're in person, you get lunch, 2 stamping demonstrations in person or to go, at least 8 original design projects with all new stuff, $50 plus value door prize entry for everyone, including to go. A fun optional card swap, displays, and in person will also have BOGO. Of course, you get your PDF tutorial and the Facebook group. And yes, there's a Facebook group tutorial only option in this registration form. We're using Merry and Bright bundle, Autumn Leaves bundle, Pick of the Patch bundle, and Joy to Use stamp set and handcrafted elements dies. And I did show those on my video last week. I showed the product. I'm just saving a little time this week because I have a lot to do today. But if you'd like to see me hold up those stamp sets, just skip to the events section in the link, in the what are those called? Timestamps in YouTube. Okay. Or of course, if you have questions, let me know. Paper Share Party. So we did change our stamp set we're using in the Paper Share Party. What this is, The cat just jumped up here and scared me. You can, first of all, only get the paper share. So from the new holiday catalog, you can get a sampling of every single new paper, designer paper, 6 by 12 inches or 6 by 6 inches if that's how it is sold. You can get a sampling of every new ribbon. That's 2.5 yards of each ribbon. And you can add on the party for only an additional $20. The cat jumped up here, so excuse this tail when I turn the camera up. And our 12 make and takes with 12 of the new papers are going to use the Christmas Classics bundle. This is a bundle, so you'll want to own those dies to complete your projects properly. And the Modern Garden bundle, and that's just a punch. Most likely I'll pre-punch those for you, but you're going to want that punch anyway. So we will use these two, or you can just substitute stamps you have at home. It's mainly going to be greetings and flowers, obviously. So you can substitute some greetings and flowers, maybe a little Christmas floral. You know, I'm sure you have something at home if you don't want to purchase those, but you can add them on at a discount when you register, or you can, of course, purchase them from yourself or whatever the deal is. Also, I do not want to be attacked like that. This cat. So the party is going to include full video instruction of every make and take, half designed by Alejandra Gomez, half by me. She does a video, I do a video. 2 bonus videos. One's a mystery stamping, one is just a bonus idea with the designer papers. And then chances to win door prizes. You get like some pearls if you to add on the party to use on your make and takes. You do need to either get the ribbon share to have ribbon for your make and takes, or just substitute any ribbons you have. Hopefully that makes sense. If y'all have any questions on that, let me know. Register for the share by September 8th is your final deadline, but we recommend September 5th so we can order right when the catalog goes live in case there's a back order or something. The party is September 23rd. It will be recorded and your packets will be ready or mailed by September 18th. And don't worry, everything's recorded. So if you don't get your packet in time, it's no big deal. You'll be able to make it at rewatch and all that. Okay. There's many different options: paper share only, ribbon share only, paper and ribbon only, paper ribbon party, paper party, paper and party. Like many options, including the Facebook party only and tutorials, but no packets and paper. So lots of options. Just click the link. You need to read them carefully because it either is, it's like with shipping, without shipping, with shipping, without shipping. Like every option has with and without shipping. So just read carefully and make sure you choose the one you want. I have so much cat here, y'all. Fun facts: 12 designer papers, 6 specialty papers, total of 59 sheets of 6 by 12, 21 sheets of 6 by 6. That's 80 sheets total of paper in the share. 12 make and takes. Again, you'll cut up your designer paper for those and keep the leftovers. Total of 8 new ribbons, 2.5 yards of each. That's 20 yards of ribbon. Bonus gift with a party chance to win prizes. Okay, so there we go. And then let me see here who came on. Maryland in Georgia. Hello. Sherry in Indiana. Hot Indiana. And you shared. Thank you, Sherry. Peggy in Iowa. Landa, good morning. Marcella in Maryland. Is this? Oh, yes. Terry in Charlotte. Ooh, Terry, I'll get to see you this week. Marcella shared, thank you. Any chance of showing snowflake paper? Do you mean right now? Who said that? Terry. You just want to see it? Because I have it. I have all the new papers. These are all the new papers. Okay, so let me keep talking while I look for this. Next up, that's the paper party share. Y'all just should register, whether you want just the paper or the share. Next up is the Jen and Jen Stamp Camp. So this is an event I do with Genevieve Coe, who lives in Canada. So yes, you can take this class if you live in Canada. Do I have the snowflake paper? And you can take it if you live in the US. If you live in Canada, click my registration link, but don't register there. A page will open up that will give you a link to Genevieve's registration. Or anyway, it's there. Just or ask me, and I'll send you the link. This is online only. We do it on Facebook. There's a party. There's PDF tutorials. There's bonus presentations. There's a chance to win lots of prizes. You're going to make 10 projects and get a very generous goodie bag. But the 10 projects are with the very cute bundle. So, of course, it's going to be adorable, and you're going to want to take this. I design half. Genevieve designs half. We each type our own tutorials. You get all of it, etc. And then you can add on one or both of the optional classes. You do get a bonus gift if you take all 3. Also, if you take the camp and add on one or both classes, it's one price for shipping, so you save money. However, you can also just take one class, Genevieve's or mine, or just take the 2 classes and skip the camp. So it's up to you. Now, if you don't take the camp, you don't get the Facebook page. So there you go, or the group. So Genevieve's Autumn Leaves class, you're going to make 6 cards. It includes a stamp set, but don't worry, you can substitute if you already own it or don't want it. And Jennifer's Sending Cheer class, 6 cards, includes a stamp set. You can substitute if you don't want it or already have it. Okay, so that one you need to do have the deadline. It's happening on September 30th on Facebook. Again, it's all recorded. You don't have to be there. Don't worry. But do I have the deadline here? Maybe it's on this graphic. I'm not sure. Let me look. Probably not. No, it's not, because Genevieve and I have different deadlines. So it's on September 30th. I can figure this out by looking at the calendar. My deadline is going to be September 17th. And Genevieve's deadline is more at the beginning of the month, because shipping takes a little longer to Canada. So make sure y'all register soon. Okay. So Terry asked if I could show the snowflake paper. This is the Snowflake Magic 12x12 designer paper that is available. Of course, Terry now, because she's a demonstrator, and to customers September 6th, I believe. It's gorgeous. It's a foil paper. There's 2 of each design, so I'm skipping the other 2. And that is it. 2 of each design. You got silver, Lost Lagoon, and it just says Lost Lagoon on it. It literally only says Lost Lagoon right there. But this is like Bermuda Bay, which retired. But anyway, yeah, mix and match it. Maybe Peacock would match it good as well. Okay, there you go. Hope that helps, Terry. Have all the papers so that I can design with them for the paper share, which Alejandra did our drawing this morning to see what paper she's designing with and what paper I'm designing with. So we've got that all determined. Now we can supposedly get to work and design our stuff. Which, haha, I'm laughing because I'll be the late one on that. Okay, there we go. In-person retreats. We have 2 to choose from and a to-go one in October. So in October, it'll be coming soon, this information. The holiday retreat in a box, which will be offered to go, because in person is full and it's not going to get unfull, most likely. March, you can come in person 28 through 31, 2024, June 20 through 23, 2024, in Temple, Texas, at Rockin' Art Retreats. You're going to get an 8-foot table. Of course, those will be offered to go, by the way. 8-foot table, a bed to sleep in, meals provided. You won't go hungry. Trust me. You can swap. You can use our stuff. You can get a massage. You will get a $50 goodie bag, 10 or more make and takes, and optional classes, and a bunch of other stuff. So you can register. You should join us. And speaking of retreats, okay, of course my camera's too high. Let me see if I can excuse any messes you see here. Speaking of retreats, is this not the most adorable bag you've seen? It is. Look at that daisy. We had a daisy themed retreat. Here's my little tag with my name on it. And this is full of gifts. So hopefully you received yours. Turn away if you didn't yet, if you ordered this to go. I have not checked shipping, like, you know, with my carrier, whatever, the service. I haven't checked it. So I don't know who's received theirs. I know a couple have because I had a small error, but that I made. This was the bag they got at this retreat. We try to match it to the theme, which was the daisy, cheerful daisies. Inside of this, I put gifts we gave out and gifts I received from people. So everybody got, again, avert your eyes if you want to be surprised and yours is still coming. This little guy here, let's try to focus. Let's try to focus. Camera. It's the lights, really. It's not the, there we go. Okay. I haven't opened mine yet because I already have one of these. This will be an additional one for me. So I was able to keep it all packaged up pretty like that for y'all. They got the Take Your Pick tool holder. Woo! So, if you've seen that on my previous video, you know I will be offering these for sale again. They're going to include the Take Your Pick tool when I offer them. Just know that's coming. They got, there is a tag that goes on here, but mine fell off. This bag with a super adorable glass. They call these beer mugs on Amazon. I have them in my, I can send y'all the link to my Amazon store if you want one. Actually, it's like you get like 12. They're a great deal. Anyway, April put die cut vinyl and put it on here, and then of course cut out our names. Then we have this cute little cover, and there's even a coaster in here, y'all. Even a coaster for your cup. So we got that. Everybody got that. Terry, I'm sure in my paper share for sure we'll be using that paper. But I'm sure I'll be using that paper, but I have not had time. Yeah, I don't know yet. I have planned out some stuff like in my head. But anyway, okay, we also got this, which I thought was the most adorable gift we gave, this little craft tote. Now theirs was a cute pastel colors, pink, turquoise, and I forgot the third color. Mine's white because, you know, there's quantity limits on Amazon sometimes. So these little things are removable. Again, I will give you the link to my Amazon store if you want these. It actually helps me if you use my link. It costs you the same exact price, but I get a little tiny commission from Amazon if you want one. But anyway, they have these, this company has these in all different sizes and shapes, and they're for like teachers, learning resources. But so you can be like, oh, let me take my markers over there and do this project or whatever. Or you can take it to class if you're a demo and be like, okay, y'all need this stuff. I'll put it on the table. You guys need this stuff. I'll put it on the table, etc. And then I can pack it up to go home. So easy. I just thought it was so cute. And there should be a link to my Amazons in the video description. Everybody got, now this was decorated, but mine was missing a tag. It's a long story. But everybody got a package of treat bags. What else did we do? This was the bag that the little tote was in. I just took mine out. It was in this bag with this cute little tag. I need to hurry up. Oh, there's a cookie in here that Deanna made for me. She matched them to some different in colors. So that's Moody Mauve. And I didn't eat it because I don't eat grains. I was like, what's the word? It's not gluten, it's grains. However, I'm sure it's delicious. And if you need a cookie maker here locally in Texas, let me know. Okay. Oh, and then we had our super cute thank you card from April. So that was the retreat in a box this time, plus their 10 make and takes, you know, plus the bag, all that stuff. So hopefully everybody loved it. And then, hey, Lou, good morning. Lorraine, good morning. Good to see you. Marcella, did I say hi? I can't remember Marcella. Charlotte, good morning. Okay, and then Pat gave us, April and I, a gorgeous Christmas card. She was working on Christmas cards all weekend. Melissa gave us this with candy inside, which we're both like, man, oh, good, it popped open. Because we wanted to eat the candy, but we didn't want to tear up her project. It's these little peppermints, which she also gave us a tip and said, mice won't eat peppermints. They hate it. So if you have a problem, the candy can be peppermint. Anyway, isn't this gorgeous? She said something on here like, is it too early to work on Christmas crafts? Nope. So thank you, Melissa. I got this from Robin, a door hanger with our sunflower theme. So cute. I got this from Rhonda. Hope I remember all these names, y'all. Some special peach jam from Kelly Pate. There's also chocolate from Robin. That was with something. I haven't eaten mine yet. I've been good lately. Here's my little name tag that came off of my cup. And last but not least, Stella brought us all the way from Korea, I believe. I'm the worst at regions. I mean, like locations. But she just went on a trip and she brought us real chopsticks. So there we go. That was retreat. So when you go in person, you don't have to give each other gifts, but some of our people give gifts to everybody or us. So that's always a perk for us. We love it. And we give you gifts no matter what. So it's always a lot of fun. And if you can't attend in person, we mail you all those gifts. So don't worry. So now that I've shown you guys, I can put all my gifts into action and start eating and using them. And Scott can eat the cookie now. So, all right. That took a little time, but hopefully you enjoyed it. I don't know. Okay, don't forget crafting cruise. If you thought those gifts were awesome, join the crafting cruise. It gets even better. You get more gifts, more make and takes, more goodie bag. It's a crafting cruise out of Galveston, Texas on Harmony of the Seas, January 28th, 2024. You can still register. You really can still register up until a week before. Well, maybe not a week, but give April and I whatever deadline we need 2 weeks before, probably a month. I'm being stupid. Probably a month before, because we have to order gifts, all kinds of gifts for this and t-shirts and stuff. But the point is you can still register. Our group rate just might end, but then our travel agents will find the best deal for you. But we have 3 spots left for crafters. We can take as many other people as the ship will hold. Only 3 spots left for crafters. Dolly, good morning. Cindy, good morning. Terry, bingo is scheduled. I don't have the date here. Can't think where I could find it quickly. There is a bingo coming in, I think, October. I think it's October. So yes, Terry. I'll write a note to add that to next week's video, but I can't remember the date. I think it's October though. Okay, so that's the end of events. Next up is, oh, actually I said that's the end. Hold on. I just want to show y'all, just to make you feel tropical and want to come on this cruise with us. And by the way, in January, it's perfect weather in the Caribbean. Like, it's not too hot, but you can still swim and get in the ocean and pools and all that. It's kind of cool on the ship, honestly, but warm when we get to our ports. So hopefully that will encourage you to go on the cruise with us. Okay, end of events. Ooh, happy birthday in October, Terry. Yes. Okay, specials. Don't forget to use your bonus day coupons. They end August 31st. August 31st, they end. Whether you spend them through yourself as a demonstrator, or your demonstrator, or me as your demonstrator. Doesn't matter. You can spend them with anyone wherever you earned them, but they will end. And they do not, you don't get them back. Our kits are on sale for up to 30% off. That ends August 31st. Why am I stuck in October now? I don't know. This new tag kit is only like $11 and something cents. It's super cute. If we don't run out, it will still be available next month, but it'll go up to $13, so you can get that on sale. And then I'm having an extra ordering special in starting today. Extra free stuff. So you're already, when you order online with me, I'm trying to put these cards down here. You're already going to get a free class packet from me. If your order, let me put this thing up here first, is $25 or more and you use the host code, you will get a free class packet from me every month. If that order is $50 or more, you also get a free full accessory from me. So right now it is the Night of Navy bordered ribbon. So you will get the class packet and the ribbon for $50. However, starting today through August 31st, I'm adding additional items. At $50, you get the class packet, the ribbon, and a pack of retired designer paper, 48 sheets. It's either a full pack or it is an assortment that I've cut up from 12 by 12 that equals 48 sheets. Either way, you get 48 sheets. Bump it up to $75 or more. You get the packet, the ribbon, the DSP, and a full retired accessory. So not like a used one, you know, where I've taken out 20 rhinestones or whatever, but a full retired accessory from me. So it's brand new, but it's retired. So let's look at these cards. This is the class. It is the Crafting with You bundle that you'll be using. I've done a video making 3 of these cards. However, you will also receive a PDF tutorial. I mail this to you for free. There's no cost to you on shipping. So the value is up to like almost $60 if you get everything, including the shipping, the class packet, the ribbon, the DSP, and the other accessory. Anyway, these are the cards. Camera's being choppy. I'm just going to test the focus. Okay, we're good still. Yeah, so there you go. Any questions, let me know. It starts today. Use the host code unless you're over $150. If you are over $150, then don't use the host code. This is my chamois. Sorry, I'm getting it out because I have to clean stamps today for sure. If you are spending over $150, Stampin' Up will give you host benefits. So at least $15 in free merchandise based on the amount of your order. Don't use the host code though to be able to receive that. And then I will still give you everything I just showed you. So hopefully that makes sense. I forgot to share these cards. Oma mailed me this card. Super cute. You're so hip. And just like a miss you kind of card, which yes, miss you, Oma. I'm so glad you're going to our team thing in November. At the latest, I'll see you there. And then this one was from Linda. I believe this is a paper pumpkin kit. Y'all, they're always so cute. And it's just a super cute card. Thank you, Linda. Of course, she sent a note with it and some money, which is always nice as well. Get the matching envelope on that paper pumpkin kit. Okay, Kat. Okay, so next, I'm going to make cards today with the Gorgeously Made bundle. This bundle is, of course, in our annual catalog. The stamps are red rubber. And it is a set of 7 stamps. My little paper is like crooked in there. 7 stamps. And it's just kind of random stuff. Like it's just a collage-y kind of stamp set. So you've got 2 floral type images. They're both solid, no need to color in. One is more stems with sort of like dots where a bunch grouping of flower would go, like almost like a bluebonnet style flower, but there's several branches that break off and have the little dots around it. And then one that's super dark, I mean, it's solid, thicker leaves, and then little sticky stem things with berries on the end. So that can go holiday or generic like I'm using it today. Then we have sort of a background stamp image that is a portion of some, like it almost looks like a dictionary. Don't ask me what it says. It's not a perfect rectangle or square. Some of the words are missing and it's all distressed. And then there's just this like border image. I was going to show you the real one, but that's just like brushy lines. It's very hard to describe. It's like a long line, but it's made out of lines going the other direction. Hopefully that makes sense. That's what it looks like. And then 3 greetings. You're a great friend. Thank you and hello. They're all caps, typewriter print. And then these dies are amazing. They are temporarily not orderable until approximately September 18th. And that they were low inventory, but that just happened, I think, overnight that they went not orderable. Now the dies do not cut out these 2 greenery things exactly at all. They don't cut them out. They do not. So the dies can really completely stand alone without this bundle, without the stamp set, or you can combine them. It would be up to you. So here are the dies. We have 2 completely different images of like foliage, greenery. One with it's just stem with a bunch of several stems coming off of it with leaves, and they're sort of decorative, and it puts little embossed marks and cuts some little peepholes in it. You'll see it on my cards today. And then this one is my favorite one. It's really pretty. Again, it's a stem with sort of like Christmas looking berries all over each of the tons of stems that are coming off of it. If anyone knows words I should use to better describe that, let me know. They both could be used in holiday, but this one especially, I could see it in red and gold and whatever colors for holiday. Okay, then we have a border die that cuts out a notebook page edge. This one is really good. We've had different ones in the past. This one does not give you 50,000 little squares of trash. You'll see when I show you my sample. It is 5 7/8 inches long. And you can use it, like cut it on the edge of your paper, and it will just put that torn spiral edge. Or you can use the piece that comes out of there also. So I'll show you that piece. Then there is what is this called? A label die, which is a 1/2 inch wide by about 2 1/4 long. It fits all the greetings in the set, but the left and right edges have a torn look. So that's cool. And last but not least, there is just this torn edge die. So if you lay it on your paper and cut it, it's going to look like a torn edge or a mountain or like, ground basically. But it also can be a torn edge. So I love it. I love it. I love it. It's so good. That reminds me of mistletoe. Yes, Janet. The die and the stamp too kind of both can give you a mistletoe feeling sort of effect. Okay, let's start with card number 1. Card 1. By the way, these are pretty simple cards today. It was like I can either do a Facebook Live and make my cards super simple because of designing time, or don't do a Facebook Live. So I decided to make my cards kind of simple. I mean, I think they're really cute, but they're not elaborate. And they all kind of follow the same sort of layout. So hopefully you like this version of cards I'm going to make today. For these cards in this suite, I should have shown the designer paper first. In this suite, they have grouped the adhesive back sequin trio, which is Pretty Peacock, Berry Burst, and white sequins, small and large. You get a ton of sequins there. And then, of course, there is a designer paper in this suite of products, and it is called Masterfully Made. This is one that Alejandra went into a lot of detail on when we did our annual catalog walkthrough, and that video is still available. So I'm just going to do a quick thing here. It's 12 by 12, but this paper, first of all, it's just super bright colors, vibrant. Many of the sheets give you an effect of torn paper. So there's like different patterns torn with a white edge laying on top of, stacked above and below each other. But then there's florals, there's the little like words, backgrounds I was describing. There's fresh freesia. Let me read the colors because it's a lot. Azure Afternoon, Berry Burst, Crushed Curry, Fresh Freesia, Lemon Lime Twist, Lemon Lolly, Lost Lagoon, Melon Mambo, Night of Navy, Pretty Peacock, Pumpkin Pie, and Sweet Sorbet. So, tons of colors. Just gorgeous paper. The sheet is like little torn pieces all stacked on top of each other. What's cool about it is you don't have to do all this tearing and work and matching patterns yourself. They did it for you. I love that Pretty Peacock piece. I'm using this one on the first card. And there's the back. Gorgeous as well. I love this, I think, parakeet green, just with the torn pieces. The back of that. These super bright color flowers, I should say. This one. I'm also using this piece on the first card. It's just peacock with the little berry leaves and berry image all over. Actually, both images all over it, but in tiny form. This one I love with the sort of mountain scene, but made out of torn paper. Sky, mountain, ground. Like, it's so pretty. So, masterfully made. I've seen a ton of people do a ton of cute stuff with this paper. I believe Kelly Pate used it as one of our guest stampers at my last annual catalog celebration. Like, it's just gorgeous. I had a thought to say. I lost it. I'm not sure what I was going to say. Okay, so card number 1. We're going to call this card number 1. Introduction. We have a basic white card base, 5.5 by 8.5. So take your 8.5 by 11, cut it in half. Either direction, you get the same size card. Once you fold it in half, I'm going to use the bone folder, align it on the table against my thumbnail, press really firm with the bone folder. And I like to use a flat end, not like trying to use that point. And I definitely don't use this end because the black will rub off onto your card. Oh my gosh. She had wet feet. Gross. She plays in her water though. Okay. So this card base will fit into your invitation size envelope, which is a very normal size. Stampin' Up! Carries those. And other places do as well, the invitation size. But ours are super high quality. I love our clear one. And then also you can get them a white and vanilla. Okay, so this is going to be a portrait shaped card. So I'm going to set that aside. By the way, at 11 a.m. Central today, all of these measurements will post on my blog. Let me put this on the screen. Stamptherapist.com. Oh, stamptherapist.com. There's the host code, by the way, to get that free class packet. Hey, let me see who this is in Idaho. Linda. Yes. Hey, Linda. Hey, Shirley. Good morning. Thanks for sharing. Hey, Valley Chick. Good morning. Mary Ann. Yes. She says, good morning, busy woman. That's funny, Mary Ann. Yes. Janet. Brittany wants to help make cards. I know, right? Can be annoying sometimes, but she's super sweet. Okay. So all of these measurements will be on the blog at 11 a.m. Central. Fresh Freesia is next. Then the Pretty Peacock torn paper design pattern designer paper next. Then I have a layer. So remember, this is portrait. I have 2 strips to go right across the center. One is that other Pretty Peacock designer paper that has the small format of the 2 stamped floral images from the set in light peacock. And then the border behind that it makes a really thin border, this piece of fresh Freesia cardstock I've cut. Then I have 2 little 1/2-inch strips of 1/2 inch by like 4. More Dazzle, which you just need to stock up on this so that you have a million pieces of it on hand at all times, and you can always use gold or champagne. More Dazzle. They both come in the one pack because it's amazing and it elevates everything. And so because this is a 6x6 and specialty, I didn't want to use a full piece. So we're just going to put these little strips behind the middle strip there, something like that. Okay, then I have a circle and a banner in basic white, pre-cut. And those are from Stylish Shapes dies. This is the largest circle die, the very largest one, and the smallest banner in basic white. And by the way, on the other 2 cards today, any other dies I'm using are only this one, Stylish Shapes. So showing it now. I'll just mention them later. And then I pre-die cut that leafy, the more leafy, less mistletoe die cut image. And so you can see all the detail here, how it cuts out an opening on the leaves, but yet it leaves a little and cuts a little slit. Like, it's not a realistic looking leaf. It's artistic, but it's gorgeous. And that's in Fresh Freesia. And I literally thought of this yesterday when I was typing the measurements. I should have die cut that from this piece. That's how you save paper, but I forgot and didn't. Okay, so let me stamp real quick. I need scratch paper, and I'm going to stamp on the circle, obviously, and the greeting, the white ones. I'm going to use Lost Lagoon ink, which to me is definitely the lighter color in these Pretty Peacock designer paper, and Fresh Freesia. Let me just get this greeting out of the way. This card's going to say thank you, so this thank you fits really well on the smallest banner in the Stylish Shapes dies. And this is I was just tapping very gently on the ink pad and then stamping straight down, no rocking, and straight up. That's all to avoid getting ink on these edges and then getting that ink to come off on your paper, and to avoid blurring. If you press, well, first of all, if you ink it too hard and you press too hard, these are all bad things that it's not good. Just don't do it. Okay. So there's thank you. And then I'm going to stamp my Lost Lagoon. So I'm stamping the solid leaves in Lost Lagoon first, the ones with the little berries on them. Just kind of right in the center of this circle. And then I'm going to clean that off because I can't remember, but I'm using all of these stamps over again on other cards today. I don't remember in what color, so just in case. And then the one that's got more berries on it and the stamped images, I'm going to ink this up in Fresh Freesia and stamp it over here to the left. These are obviously hanging off the edges of the circle. To the left of the Lost Lagoon, re-ink it, stamp it off on scratch paper, and stamp it over here on the right a little bit lower. So it'll be a little lighter and lower. And that's it. So, like, you can just stamp these little things and you have a card. Like, it's so simple. Also with this stamp set, I had used this for a team incentive and designed 4 cards for them. And obviously at that time, I had rejected some circles like this with different colors and sort of different placements of flowers. And I can't even remember if it was this one or my last card, but I used one of those circles and just plopped it on one of the cards I made for today. Like, so you can definitely save those rejects for a future project, you know. Okay, I think we're ready to put this together. I'm going to use the Lost Lagoon bordered ribbon, which was not orderable, but it came back today. Yes, Janet, everyone needs Stylish Shapes in their dies in their stash. And Janet also said the disco ball paper. Love it. Yes. Thank you, Brenda. Awesome. Okay, so let's just glue this all together. Let me grab my Stampin' Seal, attach the torn. I don't know if the torn should go up or down. Doesn't matter. You do it how you want. I mean, I don't think there's a right and wrong. Personally, I could be wrong though. So that goes on my fresh freesia. This will go on my card base because I know how my sample is, and I know there's no ribbon being wrapped all the way around. You do have to pay attention to that when you're making cards. You're really not supposed to glue anything down until you check the ribbon, and then you're 100% done with stamping, because you could have messed up and have to flip things over or whatever. So I'm attaching the strip of designer paper to the strip of fresh freesia, and just to point out, the lengths are the same on both of those, so there's no border on the ends, just top and bottom only. Then I'm going to grab my silicone craft sheet just in case, because I want adhesive right at the edge, and this will protect my table if I do go off the edges. The silicone craft sheet, the adhesive just kind of magically disappears, or if it does stick like that did, you just roll it off. But unlike your table where it could make a real problem, or your scratch paper, even worse. Okay, then I'm going to lay these 1/2-inch strips down on the table. Don't try to do this. It's not worth it. Lay it on the table. You can have a visual. How thick or thin do I want this border? And by the way, I could have cut this to 1/4 of an inch, but honestly, I intended to, and I couldn't read my ruler properly because I was using a different paper cutter. It's a 1/2 inch, but you could do 1/4. You cut this in half basically and have both of these edges, but whatever, it's fine. Trying to save paper, use your scraps and all that. But my point is, when I do this now, I can really easily match these two sides visually, and not like, it's super easy not to be way off on that if you do it on the table. And I'll just add adhesive to the back, making sure I cross over the More Dazzle and the fresh freesia to secure it down. And then this just goes right across the middle of the card. Super simple. And then I'm going to attach the circle with Stampin' Dimensionals. I like the mini. However, you can use the large. Literally does not matter. And I'm going to do 4. You can do 20 if you want. Or 10. Mix, balance it out. I think I'll do the circle a little higher, like not center it. It's to the left and higher than that middle thing. Then I'm going to use my silicone craft sheet again to add some adhesive to the back of this pre-cut fresh freesia. By the way, if you happen to be a new crafter watching this video and you're like, how did you get this piece? I took my die cut machine and I put a piece of fresh freesia paper on it and laid this on top, cutting pad, and rolled it through one time. So I do that on other videos. I think I pre-die cut everything today. Just message me and I'll send you to a video that shows how to do that. I don't think you need adhesive covering this piece by any means. I've just put little spots around on some of the thicker sections, and it's going to be good enough. And then this will get attached right on top of all those stamped flowers. It's hanging off the bottom and the top, but the stem is hanging off the bottom, and I'm going to leave it there. Then I'm going to tie a bow with my Lost Lagoon ribbon. Leave it on the roll when you can. This is a bunny ears bow, so if you're going to do it this way, 2 bunny ears, 1 in each hand, lots of space between them. If you have your bunny ears super tight side by side, you will not be able to maneuver it at all. So you have to have that space. Make the ears approximately equal to each other. Lots of space. A tail. Obviously, there's a tail here. Then, by the way, do never twist and turn the ribbon. You should never see any folds like that. It should be flat, flat, flat. Take the right, cross it over the left. Right bunny ear. Push that right bunny ear down into the rabbit hole and pull. And part of why it looks nice and neat is because you did not fold it and turn it and twist it. And then, of course, just fix the bow how you want it. I think that's good. And then trim it. So you will have 0 waste on the one side and possibly a little waste on the other, depending on if it's too long. There you go. Okay. Good morning, Lynn in Central Arkansas. Thank you, Marcia. Love the colors. Who said that? Xana, thank you. Okay, I'm going to grab a mini glue dot. Tie a ribbon around it. That will allow you to peel this protective coating back until you only reveal 1 dot. Fold. Stick your embellishment into the glue dot and pull it off. Super simple. And I'm putting that bow right at the bottom of the die cut freesia flower. And then I'm going to add a little, actually what I'm going to do, I'm going to add adhesive to the back left of thank you. And then a Stampin' Dimensional on the right. By the way, if you want a chance to win these cards, just comment on this video. Facebook or YouTube, even on replay. And I'm going to stick that down so that the dimensional sticks to the white paper, maybe touches the ribbon a little bit, and that adhesive is just touching that bow. Anyway, comment on the video and or share it and comment that you shared to be entered for a chance to win these cards I'm making today. All 3 of them. I'm going to add some sequins and this card will be finished. So these again are the adhesive back sequins trio. Let me get my take your pick tool out of this amazing holder. Shout out to Cindy. I'm not blanking on your last name. Cindy, crap. I'm blanked on your last name, Cindy. I want to say Dotson in it. That's a different Cindy. Cindy, tell me your last name, Cindy. I'm looking for your comment earlier. Anyway, shout out to her for giving me one originally, and then she gave me the recipe that you make these with, Cindy Owen, that you make these with on your 3D printer. So now my husband makes them for me in Stamp Therapist Pink. But I still have my dark pink one that Cindy gave me. Okay, so take your pick tool, and I will be selling them later. Pointy end. I'm going to pick up a large, pretty peacock sequin, put it top right corner, and then 2 smalls. Make a little triangle up here. Okay, that's the first card, card number 1. Get my original. Kind of a longer bow on that one. Okay. Tell me you don't need this paper. Tell me you don't need it. Okay, let's do card number 2. Card number 2. As a reminder, very similar layout. I was trying to save time. And this is how you can save time too. You do the same layout. Thank you, Anne Margaret. Thank you, Facebook user. Shared Denise, thank you so much. Pat, thank you. Marcia, thank you. Jackie, thank you. Marcella, love the colors. Yes, Marcia, thank you. Mary Ann. Hey, Marcia, no problem being late. Janet, those are so my colors. I love it. These are, I should say, if I can read. The colors, like, I can't take credit. I mean, I know y'all know this, but just in case. Just copy the color schemes on the back of your designer paper. And then you look like a color professional. Okay, so this next card, basic white card base, fold it in half. Just like normal. Actually, all these cards are, none of them are a Z fold today. Fold in half. Portrait, set aside. Then we have a pretty peacock layer. And then this is this basically the same exact designer paper I just used, but in Berry Burst. So with the torn patterns, Berry Burst, the one with the mountains on the back, I think. Some kind of torn paper on the back. Anyway, Berry Burst. Then For the center, I have a piece of the same paper I just used on that last card in Pretty Peacock, same exact paper, the torn one, to go across the middle. And then I'm not layering it with a color of paper. I'm just using 2 strips of More Dazzle again to border that. I have the same exact banner die in basic white. And then I have a rectangle of white here where I die cut the spiral edge notebook paper or whatever you want to call it die. So this is what it looks like when you use this die. You can cut it on any length of paper up to like what 5 7/8 inches I said. So I have the measurements of this small rectangle on my blog at 11 a.m. Central. So it's a rectangle and it's going to go up and down on my project. And I cut the top off, so the shorter side with the die. So what you do is you place the die on your die cut machine a little bit lower than the edge of your paper if you want it to be completely cut off. Because it cuts right above this stitch mark. So I placed it like that, ran it through the machine. I did tape it down because I didn't want it to bump like this. Also, always run these through your machine. If this is your die cut machine, always run these long skinny things through the machine this direction, not this direction. It's not going to cut as good because there's something with the physical, what's that word? Physics. Physics. It gets more pressure, long and skinny. All of your dies do. And there's so much less chance of it getting bumped when it hits the rollers in here and moving all these different directions when you do it this way. Now, I still would tape these long, skinny ones down because they just like to wiggle. Like just sticky note, washi tape, any kind of temporary tape. Like I got this awesome tape from Carmen that is, she gave it to me as a gift as it's a non-permanent tape, or even post-it tape. Anyway, hope that helps. And then to me, you can use this as an embellishment on your cards as well. Or you could cut it so that, can you do that? I'm not sure. Anyway, I think you can cut it so that this is the part that's still no, I don't really think you can. But anyway, you could just glue that on if you want that attached to your papers for some reason. Okay, hopefully I'm making sense. My point is, I think the piece that falls off is really cute to embellish cards with as well. Okay, so let's stamp on these. See if y'all are telling me anything that I'm doing wrong. My friend Allison is texting me, messaging me that she's having FOMO for not going to backstage. Yes, but I know a lot of people who couldn't go, a lot of demonstrators. Okay. Hello, Allison, if you're happen to see my video. Okay. What am I going to stamp on this? Let me look at my sample. I'm going to use this long, thin border sort of background thing. Use the leafy one again and the berry one again, stamps. My card is going to say hello. And I'm going to use Berry Burst and Pretty Peacock ink. Can y'all hear this yard work? Somebody's got to do their yard right now. And it's not us. Berry Burst for hello. Again, I'm just going to tap real gently. Thank you for stopping your yard work for a moment. Hello, Berry Burst. I'm just going to try to put it right in the center. Hello is the smallest greeting, so it's a little crooked. It's fine. That's just going to fit in the middle. I mean, like there's space on either side. Okay, then it doesn't really matter what I stamp first, but I'm going to start with the Berry Burst. And I'm going to ink up this long border image. There's a section on one end that's a little like goes, almost comes to a point, and the other end is flat. So I'm going to use the one that kind of goes to a point. And excuse me, stamp it going up and down about an inch over to the right from the left side on this white rectangle that's portrait. Then I'm going to pick it up and stamp it again, lower it a little bit, move it to the right a little bit, let it overlap a little bit. So stamp it twice without re-inking so the ink gets a little lighter. Then, do I use this? No, so I'm not going to clean that one right now. Then I will switch to my pretty peacock, ink up my, ink up my green leafy one. The leafy one. And just kind of stamp this coming up from the bottom, hanging off the bottom a little bit, sort of in the middle. And then pick it up and stamp it to the left, well, a tiny bit lower so it's lighter. And then and I do need to clean this one. I think, yes. Where did I put that thing? Sorry, this is my chamois, by the way. I forgot to say it earlier. You just get it wet, squeeze out the excess, clean your stamps. You'll get it all stained up. When it's not cleaning your stamps anymore, it's making them more dirty, go rinse it out in the sink until you squeeze it and the water runs clear and it's good to go. I just did that to this one yesterday or Sunday for the videos. Okay, and then I'm going to ink up the more berry type floral image in Berry Burst, stamp it off on scratch paper, and then stamp it over here to the right at an angle a little bit low. And that's it. So you're just making like a thing. Just throw the images on there. Change the colors based on the colors of your designer paper, or if you're just using cardstock, change it to match your cardstock. So you could do this in any color and it will look good. This is one of my, just that I haven't taken to a class yet, Pretty Peacock. So I still need to apply my stickers and hand write the color on the top. I do that for my classes so that when the pads are open, you can immediately see what color it is. Because some of the colors look exactly the same side by side when you look at this part. But they're not. Anyway, that's why that's not labeled yet. Clean it. We sell these stamp cases that I have this in. You get 6 for like $6 or $7. I think it's 6. I don't know. You get 5 or 6 for $6 or $7, something like that. And they are what our stamps come in, but I also store my chamois in there. This one is really old, as you can tell how dirty it is, but it was a gift we gave out on one of our first crafting cruises. Okay, we're ready to put this together. I am going to use ribbon on this one as well, and it is the gold from the gold and silver trim, which is in the online store only. Anyone can purchase it, but it's only found in the online store. And so that means it is while supplies last. It might last 10 years. It might last 2 days. Oh, we did sell out of one of those stamp sets that's on that page. I'm attaching this designer paper to the Pretty Peacock. We sold out of, what's it called? Tropical Leaf. That stamp set is gone. So don't take it, do take it serious that online exclusive section is while supplies last. If you go to my store and click online exclusives, anything you see there is while supplies last. Okay, I'm attaching this to my card base. Now, these strips, as you can hopefully tell just visually there, of gold more dazzle. I did cut them thinner because I used my brain better or something when I cut them. So they're 4 inches long. Oh, what's wrong here? Something's not matching. Are they 4 inches long? Gosh. Anyway, they're supposed to be 4 inches long. Oh my gosh, I need to cut new ones. That's just a Jennifer mistake. But they're 4 inches long, but they're skinnier than 1/2 inch, a little bit, because you don't really need that much because only the edge shows. Let me grab this and cut. I'm going to walk over to my cutter, so you won't be able to hear me for a minute. I might yell. I'm just going to cut this at 4 inches and then cut off 2 little strips. I'll be right back. Okay. The reason I want to fix that, I wouldn't care if it was for me. Honestly, it'd be fine. But since it's a giveaway, I want it to be good for you guys. So hopefully that's better. Okay, just like the last card, I put adhesive on the back of this designer paper. I'm going to leave these strips on the table and put the designer paper down on top so that I can get a visual of my width that I want for this gold to be peeking out. The disco ball paper. It's sticking to my silicone because they're still sticky. And then just make sure when you attach this to your card that you have adhesive touching the paper and the more dazzle so that it nothing will fall off your card later, basically. This goes right across the middle. Check these comments. Hey, Jennifer. Marsha likes these colors together. Yes. Pretty Peacock Berry Burst. Match made in heaven. Grab my Stampin' Dimensionals for this white piece. I'll do 6 like that. Y'all, oh my gosh, it's only 10:15. I'm so hungry. What is the deal? Thought it was closer to 11. Okay, I'm going to make a bunny ear bow out of this gold and silver 1/8 inch trim combo pack. Showed a bunny ear bow on the last card, so if you need a slow-mo of that, go back. I mean, you can't go back right now unless you're on YouTube, but you can go back later on the recording. And then I'm going to do the same thing I did on the last card with this reading, which is stick this bow down with a glue dot. Kind of down bottom right-ish section, but not down all the way to the corner. Then I'm going to actually put, because of the placement of this one's a little different, I'm going to place a mini Stampin' Dimensional. Love those. On the left and right of my banner, and then just place it across the bow. The bow is at an angle. I want hello to be straight with the bottom of the card, parallel to that. Something like that. And then, what do you call it? Sequence. Take your pick tool. I like the pointy end. I'm going to use the Berry Burst, which is an extremely light Berry Burst sequin. Triangle top right of this white paper. 1 large, 2 small. But anyway, it's super light, so I definitely think there's other colors you can match these sequins with in the Stampin' Up! Papers. I just haven't messed with it yet to see. Okay, there's card number 2. Thank you, Carmen. Love the colors, just so lovely. Thank you, guys. And see how it is, same layout. Okay, last card, number 3. Card number 3. This is my favorite one. We have a white card base. Let me fold that real quick. If you want a chance to win these, make sure you comment on the video. If you need to order these products, any of them, use the host code under 150, and I'm giving away lots of free stuff starting today. With $50, you get class packet, full roll of ribbon and a pack of designer paper with 75 or more, you get all of that plus a free full retired accessory. So yeah, so just yeah, do it. I don't know. Let me know if you have any questions. Okay, so for this card, I'm like staring at all the little gold flecks that fell off my Dazzle paper onto it. Okay, we have a Azure Afternoon base. This is portrait also. We have this piece of the designer paper, which is the one that has the torn, it's like a center torn, more pinks and blues section across the top of the designer paper and the bottom of the designer paper. So then if you cut the paper in half, you get that same pattern on the top half and the bottom half. So there is a light pink background that has just the sort of typewriter dictionary style print on it as a background. And then the tearing section starts across the middle of that. That is probably about 3 inches wide of tearing. 3 1/4. And it's, you know, different layers. You got pink, white, berry, florals, some yellow thrown in there, a little blue, and then white and pink again. Hopefully that makes sense. Some patterns thrown in too. So if you just cut this, I did want to show this. If you just cut this off from the very top, I cut it at 5 1/4 inches long and then 4 inches. That will fit perfect on the front of a card and it will center it good enough. Yes, one side's a little higher and one's a little lower. I call it good enough. Okay. Get that back in there. Okay, so we have those two pieces and then a pre-die cut basic white circle from Stylish Shapes. This is probably the next smallest size down from the first card. And then a pre-die cut basic white label from the Gorgeously Made dies, which I showed at the beginning, and it's got the little torn edges. The beginning of the stamping section, I should say. I'll put it in the timestamps. Okay, then last but not least, I pre-die cut the die that cuts out a floral image that looks more like little berries or a mistletoe or whatever we want to call it. But it's just solid. Like the color you put it in will change the effect of it. The color paper you cut it out of. You could even cut it from your designer paper or whatever. So I am just right now peeling out these excess pieces that didn't fall out easily when I cut it. And I didn't do anything to make them fall out. I just cut it and threw it in here for packaging for the video. Is that not gorgeous? Get my trash can over here. And for a glittery paper, this paper does not flake off glitter bad. And it's super chunky. So like my table's completely clear now of glitter versus with that fine glitter, you're still cleaning that up days later. So yeah, it's fine. Okay, for this, I'm going to stamp. And I hope I don't forget to show y'all my additional samples when I finish this, because I have some additional samples as well. For this one, I'm going to stamp the 2 floral images again from the stamp set. And my greeting is going to say, "You're a great friend." I'm going to use Azure Afternoon and Berry Burst. And the, I don't know what I was about to say. Let me just stamp the greeting. Oh, I turned this to match my original card so that this torn edge is on the left. It literally doesn't matter. I just want it to look the same in case anybody's like, "Oh, I like that one better." They'll be the same. "You're a great friend." Tap, tap, tap. Straight down. Few seconds. Don't press hard. That's a tiny bit crooked. This is because I'm on a video. That's what I'm saying anyway. You could take your time and be better. Okay, I've got my circle here. The solid leafy one is going to be stamped in Azure Afternoon over toward the left of the circle. That color is so pretty. And then the other one is going to be Berry Burst toward the right. I'm not even stamping these off. Quick note, I can tell there's less ink in the middle of this pad, so I'm just putting it on the side, like where all the ink is. Gorgeous. That's it. So toward the right, Berry Burst, these guys. I do have a ribbon for this card. It is from the Sheer Ribbon Combo. Okay. Sheer Ribbon Combo Pack, which also comes with Bubble Bath, but I don't know if I used all of mine or I think this is the wrong packet. Yeah, here it is. These are additional, basically full rolls that I have for when I need them, but here's my sample. Sheer Ribbon Combo Pack. You get Azure Afternoon, Bubble Bath, and Lemon Lolly. We're going to use Azure Ribbon. Okay, put it together. Oh, I'm so hungry today. I did eat my normal breakfast, nothing weird or less or different. Okay, attach that. Designer paper to the Azure Afternoon. Then we've got our, attach that to our card base, basic white. Then grab my silicone sheet, put some adhesive on the back of this, what do you call it? More Dazzle berries. So I do know this is going to go, the berries are going to go toward the top left, leaning to the left, and the circle is going to go down here below it. I mean, on top of it, toward the bottom. So that bottom section, I can just drag my adhesive across, which I would normally never do, but it's going to get covered. And I wouldn't do that, I don't know if you can see it there, but because it makes all those ugly spider webs that show on the front of your card. It's not pretty. But I can do that because it's going to be hidden. And then up here, where it's going to attach up here, I will just do the tiny little pieces like we did on the other one. And you just don't need that much. Like, what's going to happen to it? You know, it's, I mean, you need some adhesive for sure, but you don't need a ton. Okay, so place that More Dazzle gorgeous die cut thing on the left side, pointing to the left corner. Add some Stampin' Dimensionals on this circle. Oops. Well, that didn't cooperate. That's fine. I'm just going to do 4. How's everybody doing, by the way? Xana, thanks for sharing. We'll catch end in a bit. Marsha, love that set. Agree, Marsha. Okay, so this will be down here toward the bottom, but not all the way to the bottom. You're a great friend. I'm going to place a Stampin' Dimensional on the left and adhesive on the right because it's going to be placed down here, partially on the circle and partially hanging off the left side of the circle. And then we'll tie our bow, bunny ears bow, just like before, but with the Azure Afternoon Sheer Ribbon Combo. Just a reminder, my videos are normally on Thursdays at 9 a.m. Central, so next Thursday is when I should be back live. Like, not this Thursday, because I will be in Vegas, but next Thursday. Whatever that one is. I think it'll be September already. So don't forget about my special online ordering special while I'm in Vegas. tiny glue dot here. And then for this card, I'm going to put the clear sequins. I'm going to put this bow right down there at the corner of the greeting. And then clear sequins. It's white. It's called white. Sorry. They are kind of clear though. One large, top right corner, two small, make a little triangle. Then clear this table. Okay, there is card number 3. All you need is more dazzle. All you need is more dazzle. Let's see. Thank you, Pat. Me. Hey, Cindy. You just came on. Hey, Dorothy. Just saw you guys. Here's my original card. The bow's a little different, but they both look fine. And again, it's kind of still basically the same layout. I just did not glue anything to the middle because it's printed there. You know, there's a special center there. So we have a stripe across the middle on all 3. We have a focal point, and I just stuck this die cut piece behind instead of in front. So, and the greeting is sort of the same format. So that is all 3 cards for today with the Gorgeously Made bundle. Gorgeously Made. And the dies will be back in September, hopefully. Like, usually stuff comes in sooner than they say, but not always. So those dies are temporarily not available, but they're coming back. Thank you, Pat. You're very welcome. Thank you, Landa. Thanks for sharing, Pat. Jackie, thank you very much. Kelly, thank you. Sorry, I'm trying to read the ones where it won't show your name. Marcia, thank you so much. And Marcia, there's 2 Marcias in a row. Different spellings. Thank you both. Okay, so Gorgeously Made. If you want a chance to win these, all you have to do is say hi, make a comment, say if you like the cards or not. Like, it doesn't matter what you say, you'll be entered. And then if you share the video, you can do all of this on replay as well. But if you share the video at any time, you have to comment that you shared, because otherwise I will not know. Okay, I have some additional samples here, and I want to remind you that over on the blog, stamптherapist.com at 11 a.m. Central, and I might post it sooner depending on when this video ends, but it's scheduled for 11, are the recipe cards. And what those are is you get the picture, the supplies, and the measurements. You can just view it online or print it out like I did, and you can, just hopefully it's helpful to you. I also just have the measurements typed on the blog, and I also have the full supply list. If you scroll down to the bottom of that blog post is a supply list and my ordering special information. So all of that is there for you. I'm going to put these in the little bag for my prize winner. And yeah, I think that's what I need to say about that. Okay, so let's look at these samples. This one just uses the designer paper with different stamps and some dies and stuff. Gorgeous. That is by Kelly. So this paper just makes pretty cards. The rest of these do use the bundle plus whatever else they use. This is Denise Jorgensen. Can you see the shine? Ooh, that heat embossing she did. Splatter. Gorgeous. Margaret Van Leet. I do not know if all these have names on them, by the way. Goodness. Now on this one, she did not poke out the parts that can fall out of the leaves, these pieces here. So there's another option, probably because that paper's thick and she was like, it's easier. I don't have a name on this one, and if I knew, I don't remember, but a nice fun fold there using the designer paper and other stuff from the set mixed with that exposed brick embossing folder. Ooh, this one's gorgeous. No name. Look at those sequins on there. I think she mixed some packs to get different colors of sequins, whoever made this. That more dazzle. And then these last 4 are from my team incentive. So they, forget which incentive it was, but they received the packet, cut, die, got punched, and embossed, ready for them to stamp and assemble to make these. They also had an event that went along with it. I think, depending on which event this was, a Zoom event and a chance to win prizes. Oh, earlier I was going to mention that I wanted to use the paper florist dies with the cards I made today because they go great. That's what this is with this bundle. However, they're also not orderable temporarily. So I decided not to, but they were not orderable when I was making these cards. Gorgeously Made was available at that time. Okay, so there you go. Hopefully you like those additional ideas. Here's the cards from today in the order shown. Please feel free to say which one you like the best. Hope y'all have a great week and weekend and everything. Thanks, Ann Margaret. Let me see who it said have fun. Thank you, Pat. Marcia, thank you, thank you. Cindy, thank you. Julie, card 2 is her favorite. Ooh, interesting. I love it when we all have different tastes, you know? Awesome. Thanks, Marcia. I will enjoy Vegas. Woohoo. I hope I will anyway. Let's hope it goes well. All right. Thanks, Janet. Yes. And if any of you are in Vegas, please feel free to come up and introduce yourself. I am the literal worst with names. So even if I met you before, I probably forgot your name. I'll just know your face only, and I'll be feeling dumb. So if you know me, come up and introduce yourself. If you're the same as me, I get it. Marcella also says middle is her favorite. Pat says number 1. Okay. So my favorite is number 3. So that's interesting. Thanks, Ramona. Anyway, yeah. All right. I will see y'all later. Have a good one. And thank you for watching and commenting and everything. Very much appreciated. Bye.